Hey Reddit, this is a really complicated story, and I've been struggling with whether or not I should share it, but I'm hoping some of you might have insight or just be able to give me some perspective. I'm 21 now, but my story starts when I was 15. I grew up in a pretty rough home, but the breaking point came when I left at 15 after enduring years of emotional and physical abuse from my mom. It's been 6 years since I cut ties with her, and now, out of the blue, she's reached out because she needs me to save her life. Let me start from the beginning. I was the oldest of three kids. My younger brother and sister and I were basically raised in a chaotic environment. My mom was always angry, always on edge, and there was never any stability at home. I don't know if she had undiagnosed mental health issues or if it was something else, but her outbursts were frequent. I'm talking about hours of screaming, name-calling, and things getting physical. I learned how to hide in my room, to keep quiet, to disappear when things got bad. I don't remember a time when she was genuinely affectionate. There were small glimpses of a loving mother, but they were so few and far between that I started to think that maybe I was imagining them. What I do remember are the nights when I'd hear her yell at my siblings or at me, and the feeling of dread that I'd have to find a way to calm her down, even though I knew it was impossible. I've been physically slapped, shoved, and even kicked by her, but the emotional manipulation was even worse. She would tell me that no one would ever love me because of the way I was, that I was a disappointment, and that I was just like her, doomed to be miserable and alone. I believed her for a long time. By the time I was 15, I couldn't take it anymore. I started running away from home. I'd stay with friends, in shelters, wherever I could find some kind of safety. I got a part-time job, and at 16, I managed to rent a tiny apartment with the help of a local charity. I was a minor, so I'm sure it wasn't strictly legal, but the people at the shelter knew my situation and helped me get out of there. It was the first time I felt free, like I could breathe. I didn't talk to my mom after I left. I think she was mad, but I was terrified of her. I couldn't bring myself to confront her. She had made it clear time and time again that she didn't care about me, that I was just an inconvenience to her. The thought of going back to that environment, of being in her presence again, felt like a death sentence. So I cut ties completely. I changed my phone number, blocked her on social media, and kept moving forward. I had the support of friends and later on, a boyfriend who was kind and patient with me as I worked through all the trauma. Fast forward 6 years to today. I'm in a healthy, loving relationship now. I'm going to college and I've been able to rebuild my life. I'm in therapy, working on myself and slowly healing from everything. My boyfriend is amazing. He's supportive of everything I do and he respects my boundaries, especially when it comes to my past with my mom. And then last week, everything changed. I got an unexpected message on my phone from an unfamiliar number. It was my mom. The message was short and to the point. I have cancer. I need you to get tested for bone marrow. You're my only match. I didn't even know how to react. My heart just stopped. I stared at the screen for what felt like hours. I didn't know if I should just block her again or if I should somehow acknowledge her plea. It was such a jarring message, especially after so many years of silence. I had no idea how to process this. The trauma I've been through because of her is so deep that even reading her name feels like a punch to the stomach. At first, I was furious. Why now? Why after everything she put me through? She had never once reached out to apologize or to make amends. Not once. All these years, I thought she didn't care, and now she's asking for my help? Part of me wanted to tell her to go to hell, to never contact me again. It felt so incredibly unfair that after all the years of silence and pain, she would try to manipulate me into doing something so huge for her. But then I took a step back. I talked to my boyfriend about it, and he listened patiently, just letting me vent. He reminded me that I had the right to feel whatever I was feeling. He didn't pressure me into making any decision right away, but he did gently encourage me to think about what I wanted. Not what my mom wanted, but what I wanted. I realized I wasn't angry about her having cancer. I was angry that she had put me through so much pain and still expected me to be her emotional caretaker. After a lot of thinking, I decided to reach out to her. I wanted answers. I needed to know if she was truly serious or if this was just another form of manipulation. I sent her a message asking for more details, what kind of cancer, how urgent the situation was, why she never tried to reach out before. To my surprise, she responded quickly. She told me that she'd been diagnosed with leukemia and that without a bone marrow transplant, she wouldn't survive. She didn't apologize, but she did say that she understood if I couldn't help her. I'm still processing everything. Part of me feels like I should help her. After all, saving someone's life is a big deal. But another part of me feels betrayed. How can someone who treated me so horribly suddenly expect me to drop everything and be there for them? I haven't made a decision yet, but I'm leaning towards getting tested. Not for her, but for me. I think I need to see if I can heal enough to even consider helping her. And I'm doing it for closure. I don't know if I'll ever forgive her, but I want to know that I gave myself the chance to decide, without guilt, what the right thing to do is. If anyone has been through something similar, whether with a toxic parent or a complicated situation involving family, I would really appreciate your perspective. Thanks for reading.